Today, we are going to unravel the misconceptions in relation to health anxiety. Why? So that your path to health anxiety healing, health anxiety relief can be clear and much more straightforward. Let's go. Welcome to another important video on my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for all the notifications for my upcoming videos. And if you want to learn more about the Health Anxiety Recovery Program, click here at any point in the video. Friends, I was thinking to myself, okay, there's a lot of people here that are struggling with hypochondria, with health anxiety, with an overly sensitized nervous system. So what are some of the things that may be hindering you, that was hindering me during my health anxiety recovery? And I came up with 7 misconceptions that we tend to believe and other people tend to believe that hold us back from making more progress, not only in our health anxiety recovery, but to find the authentic truth of who we really are deep down within. These misconceptions, when we clear them up, what's going to happen is you're going to find that you give yourself more permission to embrace change, more permission to wrap your arms around the unknown and say, you know what? That idea may be floating in my head. However, I know where that idea is coming from. It's coming from my protective inner child side. Thank you so very much for looking to protect me, but I'm just no longer interested in those same ideas anymore. And what starts to happen is you're going to find that you're no longer as irrationally fearful as you used to be. So let's clear up these misconceptions right now. First one comes down to health anxiety is just overreacting. No. Health anxiety is a debilitating pattern. Health anxiety comes down to unconscious habits that have turned us into someone that lives life small, always looking to protect from anything external happening, bad, or internal sensations, symptoms, ideas that may pop up. Health anxiety is not just overreacting, but health anxiety is a particular juncture, a particular phase in a person's life that will help them to find their true, authentic selves once again, to transcend that old way of thinking about things, to transcend the old belief systems that say, I've got to live in protection mode. No. You have to live in creation mode. That's where we're going. Misconception number 2. People with health anxiety are just seeking attention. Well, if you continue to feel this way as a health anxiety sufferer, it's going to add a lot of strain, rigidity, pressure on you, right? Because now you feel like you cannot verbalize what you're going through. So people with health anxiety are not just seeking attention. They're craving deep acceptance, appreciation, and love. Love from as many people as they can get, because health anxiety sufferers are very sensitive people. Okay, they're very sensitive people. So it may look like they are seeking attention or using their health anxiety in that way. But in truth, what they really want is a feeling of connection, a feeling of being. Okay, where do I belong? And so we must understand that and move towards people that are suffering from health anxiety with a certain degree of empathy and compassion, my friends. Misconception number 3, that health anxiety is not a real disorder. You know this one. Now, bless them. But when I used to visit professionals, physicians, and even therapists, right, they would really make me feel small. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them, right? They would make me feel small, and things that I was really dealing with, really challenged from, they would sort of see in a very small way, right? A very limiting light, and that didn't really help my healing. We need to take health anxiety, hypochondria, very seriously. We need to take the ideas, the sensations, the symptoms, the past traumas that have been accumulating, right, to this point where the subconscious mind is beginning to say, hey, can we start to deal with this stuff? Health anxiety is a real disorder. So we must take it serious. And again, I'm going to touch on compassion. We must approach these people going through health anxiety with a high degree of compassion and fill them with hope that right around the corner, their healing is right there. Even one particular more than anxiety moment, a moment of clarity, can set a health anxiety sufferer on the path towards true healing and recovery. Misconception number 4 is that only certain people experience health anxiety. Not true. You know, I've been working with a lot of people through my programs in the last 12, 15 years. I've met teenagers, I've met 80, 90-year-olds even going through health concerns, health anxiety. And we must understand that this particular challenge can show up at any point in a person's life. And it doesn't really matter the cultural upbringing. It doesn't really matter what sort of things the person is engaged in, what sort of occupation they have. It's quite random, in fact, okay? So not a certain amount of people experience health anxiety, but anybody can experience health anxiety. And in today's modern world, the truth is that I would say most people are suffering from health anxiety to some degree, mild or extreme versions of health anxiety. So understand that you are not alone. And if one person can get to a place of deep clarity, calming that nervous system and projecting safety to their outside world, you can heal health anxiety as well. Misconception number 5 is that therapy and coaching won't help you. I don't believe this to be true, okay? I believe that, like anything, there is helpful therapy, there's helpful coaching, and there's unhelpful therapy and coaching, okay? What's really important is that there's a certain bond between you and the therapist or the coach, okay? There's a bond there, there's an understanding. And in order for you to have that understanding, I believe that it's very important that the person helping you and guiding you and being there for you must have gone through what you've gone through to some degree so that they can understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, okay? What you're sharing with them. So it's very important that they can relate to what you're going through as well. There's 2 ways to screw a person up with health anxiety. Give them too little information or too much information. So keep this in mind as you're moving forward working with someone, a therapist or a coach, okay? Misconception number 6. It's just about physical symptoms. No, it's not just about physical symptoms. Health anxiety often connects to generalized anxiety, often connects to the potential of having an anxiety or panic attack, often connects to a depressive state, right? These are all interconnected. Social anxiety. It's not just about symptoms. Health anxiety could have manifested from panic disorder. It could have been the first disorder that a person comes in contact with, right? It's kind of random in that way. And with health anxiety comes an increased amount of mental chatter, beliefs in catastrophic thinking, and connecting another person's catastrophic story to theirs. Yes, there are sensations. Yes, there are symptoms. Yes, there are traumas stuck in the body, experiences that need to be reframed. Yes, there needs to be a certain degree of clarity coming to the mind so that we can surrender to these sensations and symptoms. It's not just about physical symptoms. It goes far and beyond that, okay? And misconception number 7 is that, and I hear this often, and I used to hear it a lot, is that you can just get over it if you try harder. Trying means a potential to fail, okay? So I don't really like that word. I like the word commit instead. But health anxiety is not something that you can just get over if you try harder. In fact, trying harder is the very thing that keeps health anxiety alive. We have to actually do less. We have to move ourselves away from a place of doership where we say, if I can do this, if I can take that supplement, if I can do exactly what this person did for a very short period of time, then maybe I'll get the same conclusion that that person got, okay? So if you hear this from your support team, if you hear this from a therapist or a coach, don't get down on yourself and understand that the opposite of trying harder is actually true. This is what you need more than anything. It's about working with the sensation, working with the symptom. It's about understanding that the mental chatter, the catastrophe in mind is all noise. It's nothing more than noise coming from the lower self or the inner child. And these ideas, a lot of people ask me, why do these ideas show up so often when I'm relaxing or throughout the day? Well, in truth, when it comes to fear-centered ideas, in the past, you've given so much emotional investment to fear-centered ideas that now at this point, the subconscious mind believes that these are the exact ideas that you need more of. This is very important because you need to understand how you got here. When we start to emotionally invest in hope, when we start to emotionally invest in a program such as the Health Anxiety Recovery Program, now we're moving away from a place of catastrophe. The fear-centered ego is no longer running our lives, but now the intuition is running our lives. Now we can be authentic again and reintegrate into all situations differently. We can see symptoms as messages coming from the body. We can see mental chatter as ideas that we've emotionally invested in for far too long in the past. We can start to see things more clearly, okay? So that was the final misconception. Now, which one of these spoke to you most deeply? I want you to comment below, and I'll do my best to comment back. But I just want you to understand that if you're going through health anxiety or know someone who's going through this right now, let's not take it lightly. Let's understand that when we put ourselves into the mind and body of that person, it is absolutely debilitating. It can be debilitating from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. So let's approach this with a certain degree of understanding, compassion, and love for that person, knowing that this particular juncture, this particular phase with health anxiety in their lives will only take them to a clearer place where they can pay it forward and help other people in the future, okay? Very, very key. Guys, I love you so much, and I'm so proud of your commitment to these videos. Comment below as well if you watched this video till the end, because that just means that you're well on your way to actual healing. Whereas one person will watch these videos for a few minutes and say, I've gotten what I need to, and move on to the next video. That's called doership. I'm so proud of you, and remember that you are more than anxiety. I'll see you very, very soon.